Hi everyone, I thought I would update you on the steps I'm taking to achieve my goals this year. So I have started reading an accounting and bookkeeping book. I know that was the one I was sort of not wanting to do. I've started. It's dense, it's dry, but it's not as hard as I thought it was going to be. That being said, it's not easy, but it's manageable. Slowly we'll get through this one day at a time. I have also joined quite a few online events for the following months. So through Eventbrite, I've just searched up events having to do with dyslexia, neurodiversity, and writing, and also just some creative or business startup type meetings. Hopefully this will help me move forward in the business, help improve my writing, and help me embrace me being dyslexic. I have also joined a creative writing class for dyslexics with City Lit. There's been about 3 classes so far, and I'm really enjoying it. The group is so friendly, and the teacher's super chill. It's so relaxing, and there is something to be said that when you have dyslexia, to join a group for dyslexics, everyone gets it. So when you stutter over words, when you're reading out loud, or the spelling mistakes, everyone's so understanding. So you end up making less mistakes because the pressure's off. It's been great. I love it. It's been so liberating, and I've been really enjoying writing poetry. I never thought I would. I really like it now, to the point where I've actually started to write some poetry for the post on Instagram. Which brings me to the next point, Instagram. I officially have 20 followers. So I'm definitely on my way to my goal to 100. I'm actually quite proud of that. I didn't quite know how fast I would be able to grow or not. At least I have a bit of an idea now. And so I'm very happy with that. I basically post every single day. Right now I'm doing very colorful images before I get product photographs. So yeah, I'm just slowly trying to build up a following, and it seems to be working. And yet I struggle with what to write for the captions. I don't know how people do it. I really don't, especially every day. So I've taken up to try writing poetry for some of the posts. Definitely probably won't write a poem every single day, but if anyone has any ideas or any tips and tricks on how to write captions, please feel free to offer up some of that information or send me in the right direction. I would love to know.
have been debating between these three for my logo mark. The way that this has evolved is from the 3 O's in Socolo. By spelling the logo in different shapes, it helped dictate the placement of the circles. You can see here the evolution of that. I just wanted to point out something to consider when designing logos. There are 2 main things to consider. The first one is the symbolism. This one here has some negative connotations to it. There is religious connotations and then gang connotations. So I think I'm going to stay away from this mark. This logo here, yes, has a meaning of ellipses. And this one here has also the meaning of like a menu bar as a widget. 3 vertical circles can also have some meaning towards mental health. I think journaling and notebooks are very good for mental health, so I don't mind that link. I probably won't use the middle one, even though, and this leads me on to the second point, this one here fills a smaller space better. What I mean by that is that if you were to sponsor an event or be part of a collective or something, and you were only given a 1 centimeter space to put your mark in, the middle one would have less white space compared to the other 2. The logo on the right and left have a ton of white space and will look very small compared to other logos and not stand out as much. When you have lots of white space, your logo ends up being quite tiny. I'll make a 1 centimeter square to show you what I mean. So here we go. You can see the middle one has very little white space and really fills the space well. Meanwhile, this one here has tons of space above and below. Meanwhile, this one here has tons of space on either side. So that is something to always consider. My logos may look quite small compared to other people's logos, but it's okay. I think this one here is the one I'm going to go with in the end. This one here probably would have been my favorite originally because I quite like the shape of the logo when I split it in half. But when it's in this shape here, you get that triangle, which has the negative connotations. When it's in letter format, I don't think you have to worry about the symbolism so much because they are letters making up a word compared to shapes that have significant meaning to groups of people.
And then here I've just put, this is what, like, let's say like a book cover or a sheet of paper could look like with the logo on. So I was just trying to see how it would look placement wise. And I don't really quite like how this one looks on the side here. I don't mind it in the middle up here, but kind of in the corner and in the middle, this one I like the best out of all 3. So I think this one here is the winner.
The final tip is to always design your logo in black and white first. The reason for this, and I know it's really tempting to start off with color right away, but the reason for this is that you will always be asked to supply a logo in black and white for things, and you never know what kind of background or what your logo will be placed on. So having a really strong black and white logo is key, and it's very easy to add life and more character with color later on. But if your logo can look really good in black and white, your logo will have longevity and you won't have to tweak it so much later on. The final tip is to design your logo really tiny from the start. This will help you create really strong, recognizable imagery, and you know that your logo will look really good in all sizes.
Business-wise, I am currently working on the branding guidelines. I have developed the logo so far. I've decided on my fonts. I'm trying to figure out my branding colors. I'm so close. I have it pretty much how I want it. I just want to sit with it a little longer, make sure I'm really happy. I want something that's like fluid and changeable. So we'll see what happens with that. But branding guidelines take forever to write because you have to think of every aspect. So I know that'll take me a couple months to do, and it'll change a bit because it's early days, but yeah, moving things forward slowly.